When I got up the next morning, Jenny was nowhere to be found. Usually this would have concerned me to no end, being that I had turned into a very controlling and possessive asshole by that point, and often chose not to believe anything that she told me. You see, she was the one who threw fits in the middle of the night and was on the brink of losing her mind. I was the one in control. For some unexplainable reason, I felt that gave me the right to act as if I were her lord and master. I can admit that now. At the time, I figured I was just providing stability and acting accordingly, considering that she was prone to a variety of perplexing behavior. But on that particular morning, I wasn't concerned that she was missing. I knew full well that her friend Allison was over from Courtney and that she had most likely gone over to spend the day. So I spent the morning in blissful ignorance. Then the phone rang and it started raining shit bricks the size of basketballs. I have come to the conclusion that there are 6 different types of phone calls. 1. Those that are bad and you know they are before you pick up the phone. 2. Those that are bad and you answer the phone like an idiot because you think it's a friend calling you back. 3. Telemarketing. 4. The kind of call that makes the hair on your arm stand on end because you know it's your mother-in-law. 5. Normal phone calls. And 6. The kind where you don't say anything. When the phone rang, I was sitting in the living room reading the last page of Roald Dahl's Switch Bitch. If you have yet to read it, the book is comprised of 4 short stories, the last of which is simply entitled Bitch. To this day, I can still remember the line I was reading when the phone rang. It was the following. A moment later, the 2 of us were millions of miles up in outer space. Exactly. Directing your attention to the chart provided in this section, know then that I endured a number 6 phone call with subtle undercurrents of number 4 for good measure. For you see, it was a policeman who rang, and from somewhere within 500 feet of his position, I could hear Mrs. Connors wailing in the background. I have been sitting here for 15 minutes trying to find a way to put this to you, but I can't seem to figure it. So I'll just say this. I dropped the phone. On July 23, 1991, Jennifer Dawn Connors killed her father. She did this by releasing the parking brake in her Volkswagen Beetle while parked on a sloping driveway. She steered the ghosting car down the driveway and pinned Dick Connors to the back wall of the carport as he was taking out the trash. The force of the impact was so great that Dick's legs were almost removed at the knees. He died some 4 hours later at the hospital from a combination of internal complications and blood loss. When the police and ambulance arrived at the Connors' house, Jenny was still in the car. Her mother was banging on the window trying to get Jenny to start the engine and pull away. Jenny just sat there. Some 10 minutes after crushing her father, Jenny was removed from the car by police. She was not handcuffed. She was taken to the hospital, as was the body of her nearly dead father. Mrs. Connors spent the following 4 hours demanding that her daughter be imprisoned forever. Having lied to the authorities about her vantage point, Mrs. Connors initially told police that Jenny had maliciously driven the car into her father and that the engine was running at the time. Jenny was formally charged later that afternoon. I was contacted just after 11:30 a.m. I immediately went to the hospital. I arrived at the hospital only to discover that everyone had left. Having been looked over by a doctor and briefly examined by someone from psychiatrics, Jenny was taken to a police station to be interviewed. I spent close to an hour trying to figure out which station they took her to. The nurses, not having any insight into the years of abuse that Jenny had endured at the hands of her father, refused to help me when I told them that I was the concerned boyfriend. So I did the next best thing. I called every metropolitan police station in the white pages. Despite the fact that she had yet to speak to a lawyer or anyone from child welfare, she decided to tell the police everything. She told them that she had left our apartment at around 4 a.m., drove over to her parents', parked in the driveway, and sat there. Her mother, having been questioned at the hospital, told police that Jenny had been drinking. This, of course, was a lie. Jenny had not been drinking. She was sober. Unless, that is, someone had unknowingly tampered with the ingredients of that orange crush while it was sitting, unopened, in our refrigerator. Beyond that, Jenny knew exactly what she was doing. So they charged her with first-degree murder. That's murder of the premeditated variety, for those of you who are wondering what the difference is. So that's how it happened. Rather unglamorously, I'm afraid.